It's that time. Welcome back to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team. Today, so excited. I've got a special guest coming in, Rep Vernetti, our newly elected state representative here on the 123rd District for the state of Missouri. We're going to be touring this gorgeous house. I don't know if you can see the views behind me, but it truly is stunning. All that and more on this month's edition of Monthly Market Update. And as promised, Rep Vernetti, state representative for the 123rd District here in the great state of Missouri. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I don't know much. I know the viewers want to know.
Well, where do you want me to start?
Oh golly, let's go way back.
No, I've been in the area for a while as I moved here with the family back in 2017 to start and open Ballparks National, which came to effect in 2020, and still an owner with the company, and was able to take that up through earlier this year. I stepped aside as I won the primary, and it's time to focus on this. There's just, again, Lake TV viewers are familiar with how busy Ballparks National is, and I wouldn't be doing any service to that company nor the constituents if I did both at the same time. It would be a monster assignment. So helping shepherd that to a new staff and new direction, and taking this on.
Okay, very cool. Now, where'd you come from?
St. Louis originally. I started in St. Louis. I had a 10-year sports radio career, and so I might be one of the dumbest people you know. I went from working 2 hours a day to 18 or 20 hours a day, but no, I had a sports talk show in St. Louis for about a decade, and
how cool.
Covered the Rams at the time and the Cardinals and the Blues, and got to interview a number of famous people. I worked 5 Super Bowls, World Series, you name it, I've been there, and just one of those situations where radio is so volatile. And then as we got towards that 2015-16 area when podcasting and satellite radio was all really becoming the norm, I decided, going to take fate in my own hands, and decided to start a company. So raised all the money for Ballparks National and created it. We wanted to do it in a tourist destination because most athletic complexes are not in areas where people want to visit. They're usually in cities or municipalities, kind of boring places, and we wanted the kids and families to have something to do after they were done playing. And I've had places, and my wife and her family's had places here for a long, long time. So we've always been a part of the lake community, but never full time until that company came into fruition. So it's been really exciting to see the growth of that. And
now, how did you decide to get into politics?
It's a great question. My wife was continuing to ask me about, what were you?
We have a lot of questions.
What were you thinking? What were you thinking? In your wildest dreams, did you ever think you'd be doing this? And I ask her that, and she'll say, "Well, you're not in my wildest dreams. Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt are in my wildest dreams." But no, it's just a situation where the representative that we had for a while, I just didn't feel like was representing our interests. I'm very active on a number of community boards, obviously with the ballpark and my other business interests. I'm just been involved in the community. My wife teaches at school, the Osage, so I've just been involved in whether it's schools or non-for-profits or the business community. I just felt like that we weren't getting our piece. This county in particular is just an engine for economic growth. Between tourism and agriculture, we are a big money producer for the state. And I just feel like when we get into things like transportation and infrastructure and a lot of the growth that we have seen here, we're not getting our piece of the state's budget. So I think more than anything, just someone fighting for us in Jeff City, giving us a voice. Like, we haven't had anyone on the tourism committee for over 8 years as a representative. Why is that? I mean, not that we're all tourism, but it's a big part. Whether you deny it or not, it's a major part of what we're doing.
I would agree there. So now, as state representative, what does that mean? What do you...
There's 163 representatives from all over the state, for those that don't know. And then the legislature goes from January to May. It's a part-time session, basically, and go 4 days a week for 5 months out of the year, and create the policies, oversee the budget, create laws with the Senate side, of course. Obviously, a freshman coming in, they're just like college, the freshmen coming in don't have as much influence as the seniors do. So it'll be learning and navigating that process. They put you on 3 to 5 committees that the state has, that you will have hearings and create bills and a number of those things. So it's going to be exciting to go through. So it's not all about, though, just creating laws. People say, well, what bills are you going to put forward? a lot of it is protecting against bad legislation, things that will hurt our area.
It takes a little while, to kind of learn the ropes and get the hang of it.
Yeah, well, you're right, and there's so many things you won't know till you actually do it, but that's a big reason why I decided to step away from Ballparks National from a full-time basis right at the end of the summer. Was after the primary was over and knew I was going to be the next state rep. I'm trying to take this opportunity where people would perceive it as downtime. You're not in office yet, and that's correct. But I'm meeting with constituents that have real legislation that they want to put forward. One thing that was in the session last year that I think is important to the area, Osage Beach's airport, for example. This is I think an easy one. The state actually owns it, but the city of Osage Beach has been maintaining it, paying for it for a number of years. This has been going on and on since I've lived here. This has been a thing. Why can't we own it? So Don Mayhew, who is the representative for the 124th District and is a great representative for that area, he and I are going to work together to make sure that this gets done. We're going to put it in early. We're going to work with the Senate side because it's zero cost to the taxpayers. It is literally a no-brainer. Yeah. Let's just move it back to the city and let them, expand it like they hope to do someday. Yeah. Like we're seeing Camdenton's airport expand on their own. They're adding hangars and adding different facilities. So things like that are things we're going to jump right into. But the lake is growing. The whole area is growing. We need to grow smart, though. We need to really think about it and get ahead of things.
What about just infrastructure in general? So selling real estate, and I've built homes here as well and such. Yeah. The toughest thing to do, we need more housing. We need more affordable housing. There is no infrastructure here at Lake of the Ozarks. You can't just buy a piece of property generally and tap into city water, city sewer. You've got to put them in as a developer. Yep. And that takes years. It is painfully slow at the state level. As a state in Missouri, we just can't move forward and develop quick enough to keep up with you when you have to wait.
Yeah, it's not just business developers either. I've been a developer on the business side, but also you're right, homeowners. And so that's the balance between what's state, what's county, and what's city. You've got, or what's unincorporated. So there's a number of different challenges there. Yeah. But that's something that, while as a state representative, it might not be necessarily my job. But if someone, a business owner or a person's trying to develop affordable housing, and they're having issues with their city or the county for whatever reason, please call me. I would like to get involved. And because I think this position, a lot of it is helping with local issues, opening doors, getting people at the same table to talk, even people that aren't getting along, and fixing things. Because you're right, there's so many issues that we have that I think there's a lot of smart people here that have a lot of good plans for affordable housing. Yeah. But then you gotta have the roads to get there. You gotta have public transportation. You gotta have schools that can take those kids, the people living there. So it's multiple different tiers of things at once.
I would agree there. So for anyone watching today, would they be able to call you? Would they email you with any, ideas or thoughts and stuff like that? Is that possible?
Yeah, I officially take office in January, so all my official state things don't go live until I'm actually officially a rep. But for now, I have a website, Vernetti123. It's the 123rd district, so it's really easy to find. And my phone number and email and stuff are right there. And again, I've been in the community for a while. There's a lot of people that have my number. Please get in touch. I don't mind. Yeah. And then there's that's going to be one of the things that I really try to focus on is communication is vital. We've had reps in the past that haven't been too available, but also how you want information might be different than the next person and the next person. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of everything. I'm going to try to do some regular video and audio things. My background in radio, I'm going to try to do a regular podcast or even quick blurbs so that if you want to, in your car, listen for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to do regular email blasts. So when I become official, you'll be able to sign up for regular e-newsletter. So if you want it that way. Okay. And then of course, throughout the session and then outside of it, I'm going to have many town halls, gatherings.
I appreciate the time. It's been great meeting you.
I appreciate it,
and chatting with you. I'll check in with you yearly. We'll get a yearly update on how it's going.
Please do. And then remember, you can always go by Vernetti's Italian Grocer, get a sandwich, and then my stuff will be there too. So that way we'll feed you and we'll give you information for those that aren't interested in what's going on politically, who's going to argue with a sandwich.
Rep Vernetti, what a cool guy. So glad I got to talk to him and just learn a little bit about what he does, what the state representative does for our area, and I look forward to speaking with him over the years. So I'll try to bring him back on each year and just catch up with him. Well, it is the third quarter. We are going into fourth quarter. Just talking a little bit about the market and what it's doing, what we're seeing. Overall, this year we've had transactions have come down across the board for waterfront homes, off-water homes. However, prices still going up. So what that's telling us is we have low inventory. If you're a buyer out there, inventory is still low. It is starting to come back to about that 6-month supply. At the shortage of it, we only had a month or two. And so we're starting to see at least a little bit more inventory for the buyers out there to be able to choose from. And it's not just a trend here locally. So nationally, we're seeing the same thing. Number of transactions sold this year is actually equivalent to the same that we saw in 1995. That is a historic record low. And since 1995, the nation has seen a 70 million population increase. So if we're still selling the same number of units that we sold in 1995, however, we have 70 million more people, that's creating a housing shortage. And with that being said, I think in 2025, we're going to see a lot of property move. Interest rates are coming down. A lot of things moved in 2021, 2022 with super low interest rates. They've been holding. Nobody wants to refi at a 7 or 8% interest, so they have not moved as much property, and that's why we're seeing transactions down. Again, in our area, we're still seeing the average price go up. A lot of people are saying, well, property's not moving, it's a slowdown. Property is moving, and it's moving very quickly and efficiently. It all depends on price. So for you sellers out there who are listening, you really do need to price aggressively. You need to price for the market. If you're pricing $100,000 over what it really should be at, you're not going to move your property. It's going to sit there. Buyers are out there and they know that. They're not going to overpay for the property. With all of that being said, again, I think that we're going to have a very busy 2025 year. If you're in the market, if you're a buyer looking to purchase, I would not wait. We could see that multiple offer situation again, and it makes it tough. It makes it tough to purchase. If you're looking to purchase, start talking to a lender. Give Nick and Tammy a call. Give us a call. Let's start looking and see what you want. And again, fall is a great time. Not as much competition. You don't have the parade of buyers coming through, and let's get you going, living lake life. With all of that, we are in a stunning home today. This home is for sale. It's a little over $1 million, and let's take a little peek of that. We also have great homes and condos, lands available as well, new builds. We've got a little bit of everything. So if you're out there looking, no matter what price point, area, location you want to be in, give us a call and we'll find you something. Today we are in 32 Inline Lane. It's located in Camdenton, Missouri on the 3-mile marker of the Big Niangua. This home is priced just a little over $1 million at $1,065,000. The home features incredible lake views on the water's edge, and you'll never feel as welcome as you do when you walk into this fully furnished reverse floor plan, over 4,000 square feet, featuring 12-foot ceilings, 4 bedrooms. 3 of the bedrooms are actually en suites with walls of windows, Douglas blinds, and updates throughout. Some of the updates include flooring, kitchen with custom cabinets, stainless steel appliances, fireplace, and stonework. Enjoy lake life from the moment you arrive. With an abundance of parking, which is tough to find at the lake, 2 2-car attached garages, plenty of storage, and low maintenance. Only a few steps from the large lakeside deck down to the concrete dock, where you'll find a double PWC space, lift, tiki bar, storage closets, and a large patio area. The home features 123 feet of lakefront, so if you do want a larger dock space, you have ample room to put one in. It's located just off of Highway 5, close to many restaurants, Stewart's, the Cave Bar and Grill, just to name a few, grocery stores, and more. This could be a potential investment property, as you can do nightly rentals. The lakeside is really where it's at. As you step outside, you have this stunning deck that goes right to the water's edge. Typically, you can't build them like this anymore, so it really does make the home truly unique. If you'd like to take a look at this home, give us a call today. We'll get you set up and start living that lake life. And that's going to wrap us up for another edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team. If you're looking to buy or sell here at Lake of the Ozarks, give us a call. Special shout out to Nick and Tammy, fastest closings in town, for sponsoring this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. Till next time.